What's up, everybody? Welcome back. NASA here. Check it. So, it's one day before we leave. One day. One day. One day. Tomorrow morning, we wake up at the butt crack of dawn and we start driving. I'm in Florida, so we gotta drive about 9 hours to get to Amicalola Falls and register. I'm actually gonna stay the night in a hotel room and make sure everything's charged and just go over everything, make sure we're good, and then I will wake up early in the morning on Tuesday and start my through hike. Woot fucking woot. Sorry for the cussing, Mom, but I'm excited. All right, so in this video, though, I want to cover one, what's going to be inside of my food pack exactly, and two, some updates on some gear items that I forgot one of them and I added a couple more. So let's just jump right into this. Let's start with what's going to be in my food pack. All right, so let's take a look here. Look at this beautiful little spread we got here. All right, doesn't look like much, but there's more than you might think. All right, so let's start with breakfast, shall we? This is actually air-dried fruit. There are apples, not air-dried, I'm sorry, freeze-dried. And there are apples, blueberries, and strawberries in here. And then I got some rolled oats here. And then some sugar. This is sugar actually not just for my rolled oats or whatever in the morning. This will also be for like in my coffee or tea at night if I have like some sleepy time tea or whatever. So yeah, so this will last me 5 days, right? This is 5 days worth of breakfast. So everything here is for 5 days, right? So, and then moving right along, this is dinner. So this is air dried vegetables. It's a vegetable medley. So it's got like onions and carrots and all kinds of stuff, mushrooms. There's all kinds of stuff in there. It's beautiful. There's like red and green peppers and all kinds of stuff. And then quinoa, which has a ton of protein, right? So I'll get a lot of protein from that. And then some salt, pepper, garlic mix, because it's important to have flavor in your food. And then so snacks throughout the day. Obviously, I'm not gonna take an actual lunch to start with. We'll see. That may change when we get to Neal Gap, aka Mountain Crossing. So we'll see. Here I got a little bit of trail mix. I added some extra, I added cranberries to this actually because I like cranberries. These are some freeze-dried banana chips, which I think are going to be delicious. I may or may not add some like peanut butter to my pack at some point to scoop with that. So we'll see what happens. This is some beef jerky. And then of course we got some Cliff Bars. These are my favorite flavors, so I figured I'd start with my favorite flavor and then we'll add some different ones as we go. These are all peanut butter because I don't eat cheese. And then I've got my Nature's Bakery fig bars. I got mostly apple cinnamon because they don't have a mix. Excuse me, they don't have a mixed pack yet, like a variety pack, at least not at Publix. And so I got the apple cinnamon because that's my favorite. I figured I might as well start with my favorite of everything, and I might hate myself later. But for now, this is only the first 5 days, you know, which I sent myself a resupply. I haven't sent it yet, but I will send myself a resupply box to Neal Gap. And so that'll be my first resupply place, and it has pretty much everything, a second round of all of this same stuff. So we'll do that. We'll have 2 of those, 2 rounds of that, and then I'll start changing things off. You know what I mean? Like I'll start like switching things out if I don't like it, or I'll add if it's not enough. Because my thing is I'm afraid that it might not be enough food. So like the first couple of days, I know sometimes I don't like to eat at night when I get to camp, so I might have too much dinner. And then sometimes throughout the day, I'm okay. Well, my GoPro died in the middle of that, so that's always nice. I knew I needed to put it on charge, but I thought I could make it through that video and then I would just put it on charge after the video, but whatever. I just had to change batteries. So, okay. So sometimes I get to camp and I'm not very hungry. That just happens, you know. Sometimes it takes a couple of weeks for your body to like start really building up that hunger, but I also work construction, and so I work outside a lot, and so I think maybe I'm going to be hungry right away, and so possibly at mountain crossings I might add more food. So we'll see. I might add like a real lunch, you know, whatever that may be, tuna or chicken. I hate tuna, so hopefully not that. Moving right along to gear updates. First and foremost, hope you see this nifty little patch I added to my hat. Yes, super freaking cool. So stoked about that. I actually got 4 patches and I'm not really sure where to put the others, but they're at least 2 of them are definitely going on my pack. I don't know if they'll all go on there. You know, I mean, weight is not really an issue at this point necessarily. I mean, my bag is heavy, but with these patches, see these little patches? Aren't they so cute? Oh my God, they're so cute. I want to put them all on there, honestly. It's so hard not to. So we'll see. We'll see. But those are my little patches. Because I'm the B in LGBTQIA, whatever, LMNOP. Yeah, so I make up the B for that. Moving right along, we have my trowel. Wow. I didn't have that last time yet. I knew I needed to get one, but this is, it's just like, it's a titanium towel. What's it say? Nature. NACETURE trowel, made in Taiwan. It's titanium though. It's really freaking light. So there's that. I got some Crocs. I got those for camp because it turns out I have plantar fasciitis. Or at least the beginnings of what may be plantar fasciitis. Either way, I have some tendon issues going on in the bottoms of my feet. And so I needed something more than just flip-flops at camp. And yeah, these will also make it easier to ford the rivers later on. So when I have to ford some rivers. So yeah, there's that. And then this, I didn't put this in my video. This is the thing I forgot to put in there. This is my dirty water squeeze bag. So I put my dirty water in here. And then I put my Sawyer filter on the top, and I filter it through into my thing, and then it just has a little cap, and then this just hangs on the outside of my bag. It hangs empty usually. Sometimes if I like think there's gonna be like no water where we're going or whatever, if I'm gonna stay up on top of a mountain, like Blood Mountain for instance, there's no water at the top, right? There's the water source is like kind of far. So then I would take this full of water plus my other 2 liters. So I would have, this is a full liter. So the cool thing about this is I only have to fill it up once and then squeeze it into my thing, and then I'm done. And then I can keep hiking. It doesn't take me very long. So I add, this is a little bit, it's kind of heavy. Not gonna lie, it's a little heavy, but I'm carrying the weight. That's why I got a better bag. Okay, so I have the first aid kit back out because I forgot a couple of things, right? So let's just go over everything I have in here again. So my EpiPen is in here. I know everybody said I need to carry a second EpiPen. I will grab that before I head out and throw that in here. We're leaving tomorrow, so I need to grab that soon. K-tape, I added that. That wasn't in here in the last video. And you just have some regular medical tape in here. There's some gauze, there is a gauze pad. There's also like some regular Band-Aids and a couple of big Band-Aids. There's some alcohol swabs, like alcohol pads in case like you need to disinfect something or whatever. An Ace bandage. There's some moleskin in there, and if you don't know what moleskin is like the stuff that if you get blisters, you put this stuff on and it's like super glued to your foot. It's pretty good until you start sweating super bad, and then it can come off, so then you have to reapply sometimes. So but it really helps. And then an emergency blanket. I put the cross on there for to know that this was my medical supply bag. So anyway, so yeah, and then that an emergency blanket, which I didn't have in there in the last video, right? And I haven't figured out how to go like, oh, in what last video? This last video, I haven't figured out how to do that yet. So maybe eventually I'm still figuring this YouTube thing out, right? So I would love to be like right here in this video. So we'll see if maybe I can figure it out. I'll put it right here in this video. But I doubt I'm going to be able to figure that out. So we'll see. That's still to come later. All right. So I went ahead and added an umbrella. I've been watching somebody else, and I really was debating whether I wanted to bring an umbrella or not, because I have rain gear, and then of course I carry that. See that plastic bag right here? So we might as well pop onto this. This is my this is my bag liner, right? So I don't carry a pack cover. I just keep everything inside of my bag liner, which keeps everything dry, right, in the bag. And then my rain gear keeps me dry. However, there are times where you're hiking all day, like all day in the rain, right? And nobody, like sometimes there's like not a point at which you can get to some kind of cover, and it's just nice to be able to go pop and have a little umbrella and have some cover, and you can just get out of the rain for a few minutes. It's super good for morale. You know what's not good for morale though is the weight. The weight is terrible. However, I think it will make up for it whenever it's raining all day, and I can pull that out and eat my lunch underneath my umbrella, not in the pouring rain. I think I'll be very happy about that. So yeah, so when those days are really, really bad, that's what that one's for. And then this is probably my most excited item that I just got today at my birthday bash, which you guys will see in the next video. That'll be in my day 0 video. But anyway, I put a couple, this is my Ursack, and this thing is actually like thicker than I thought it was gonna be. Like, I don't know if you can hear it making that noise, but like when I bend it, like, it's weird. I don't know. It makes like a noise, like something that's very thick would make. Very thick but pliable, If you're wondering, I have this golf ball in my hand. It's because of the plantar fasciitis / tendon problem that I'm having actually helps when I roll this around on the bottom of my foot, and I'm going to be carrying it as well, and I just didn't put it down out there. So that I'll be carrying that golf ball as well. Okay, so in my Ursack, I actually grabbed an air tag. You see that? I duct taped it in there. I put some white duct tape on my Ursack just in case an animal or critter or a bear, heaven forbid, a bear, does get my bag down from the tree, because I do still have to hang this. Heaven forbid, like a bear gets it or something. At least maybe I'll be able to find it. And then I got the air tag and added that to there, so that way I'll have a better chance of finding it if I have to. I have had a bear encounter before, and it stole all of my food. It was pretty intense. If you'd like me to tell you the story sometime, I might do that. I may tell you the story when I get to the place where everything was stolen, because I am going to pass by. It was right by Neil Gap. So It's just like, it was like a mile past mountain crossing. So we'll see. Maybe I'll tell the story when I get there. Maybe I'll tell it later. Either way, that pretty much does it for tonight's video. I am ready to go, you guys. I am ready to go hiking. I have 24 hours. Well, 30, probably closer to 36 hours. Not quite 36. I don't know, man. I got some time. Very little. Like 32 hours before I did that math. 32 hours before I go hiking. And I'm freaking excited. Ugh. I'm never going to sleep tonight, you guys. Holy frick. All right. But I'm excited to bring you guys along with me. I hope you guys enjoy the journey. Come hang out. Yeah, let's go, guys. We're about to go hiking. All right, I'm not going to sing for you guys, but hey, bye, guys. Have a good one.